Hello my fertility friends, I'm Anne and in this video I explain to you the tools about ovulation calculators. The big question is, can sex at the time determined by an ovulation calculator make you pregnant more easily? I'm testing for you in this video ovulation calculators in comparison with FAM, the Fertility Awareness Method. In my opinion, the FAM is the best natural method to get pregnant. Because with the Symptothermal Fertility Awareness Method, you can determine ovulation with a 91% certainty of up to 4 days based on the temperature curve. Alternatively, you can use the cervical mucus peak to determine ovulation with a 75% accuracy to within 3 days. For this, you have to daily measure your basal body temperature and observe your cervical mucus and enter them in a cycle sheet. After that, you can use the temperature curve in combination with the cervical mucus peak to determine ovulation according to fixed rules. For more information, I recommend my video When is Ovulation? And for this, I show you my own cycle in which I get pregnant with my first son. How does an ovulation calculator work? Okay, the most ovulation calculators that I tried in my research wanted to know two things of you. First, when was your last menstruation? And second, how long is your cycle? Okay, in my example for my cycle, the first day of menstruation was the 18th of January 2012. My cycles are between 27 to 35 days long. I couldn't foresee how the coming cycle would actually be, so I entered my shortest previous cycle length, 27 days, and longest length, 35 days, in ovulation calculator to finally compare the results. So now I show you the example with the 27 days long cycle. The ovulation calculator assumes that ovulation occurs exactly 14 days before the expected period. That would be the 31st of January 2012. The symptothermal method determined a time frame for the ovulation from February 4th to February 6th, 2012. Clearly, the ovulation calculator has set ovulation too early and you would only have to get pregnant in this cycle with a good deal of luck. The second example is the same cycle, but now the calculation was 35 days long. Taking the same dates as a basis and estimating 35 days as the length of the cycle, the ovulation calculator gives the 8th of February 2012 as the most likely date for ovulation. The ovulation calculator calculates that ovulation is on the 8th of February 2012. The symptothermal method gives the 4th to the 6th of February 2012 as the most likely time frame for the ovulation. With that, the ovulation calculator puts ovulation too late, and here too you would probably need a lot of luck to get pregnant. On this example you can directly see if you do only the ovulation calculation, maybe you have sex too early or too late or something else, because calculation isn't perfect. And at the end, the question is, does it make sense to use an ovulation calculator when you want to get pregnant? The problem is that an ovulation calculator always begins with the assumption that ovulation takes place exactly 14 days before the next menstruation. According to current findings, that isn't correct, because this time frame varies between 12 and 16 days for the most women. In addition, no woman always has exactly the same natural cycles. According to the results of studies, the time frame of the natural cycle lengths are most common vary between 23 and 35 days. Of course, there are also cycles that are even shorter or longer. The big variations of the natural cycle lengths makes it nearly impossible to calculate the ovulation and fertile days in menstrual cycle correctly. That's because an ovulation calculator is inexact and unusable. If you really want to become pregnant, I tell you the truth. I really think the best is when you look at your cervical mucus and you begin to measuring your body temperature and then determining your fertile days with the Symptothermal Method. It has been verified that FAMs can increase pregnancies rates. I know many other women who are using this method and became very quickly pregnant. So when you are interested in the Symptothermal Method, then look at the box under the video and we see us in the next video maybe. That was the end and that's the end.